It was 1987, and no volunteers were allowed into the juvenile justice system in Massachusetts. Although they were reluctant, we were given permission to come in and lead the first ever Bible discussion group in a juvenile detention center. That first group, in June 10th, 1987, all but 3 guys chose to attend. The staff were surprised and amazed at the impact on the guys' lives.
I'd left my job as a stockbroker to work with leadership youth. Some months later, I went in with Hannah and met a young man named Ricky who asked for prayer that he would tell the truth the next day at his court. When he asked, if you'd talk to your lawyer about this, he said, yeah, he swore at me. He said I could do 20 years. The judge was so moved by Ricky and his story that she decided to keep him in the juvenile system until he was 21. I didn't know many people who were 15 or 50 who were willing to put it on the line like that, and these were the leadership kids that I was called to work with. And I've never seen them any differently than that.
And that began the vision of training people throughout New England to go into each of the 70-plus facilities where these amazing young people were locked away.
I was on staff 25 years ago at one of these facilities. I was blown away at seeing straight-ahead volunteers come in and connect with young people.
We met Thomas one night after a detention center Bible study, and he asked us, do you know a safe place I could go when I have to leave here?
We couldn't find anybody willing to take in a 16-year-old with a criminal record.
A couple of weeks later, he was found shot in the back of the head by a rival gang. We believe God must have more for kids like Thomas. But after 6 months of trying to raise money, we gave up. And then it was shortly after that we got a letter from a friend. And so here enclosed a check for $50,000. So we knew then that this wasn't just a good idea. This was something that God was doing.
When I came on staff in 2004, I got to work with leaders in Boston and Lynn. These young men were gang involved and running the streets. When they got locked up, they were sent to segregated gang units in adult prisons. We wanted to bring together 2 units for our new leadership program called Ready for Life. This was unthinkable. Then Xavier wrote a letter from his unit challenging the guys to put away their grievances, asking them to think about how this could impact their families and their futures. 32 young men attended this Ready for Life. One young man stood up and asked his rival, who he had stabbed several times, for forgiveness. They embraced and wept together. This moment resonated throughout the prison and into the community, and ultimately led to a model of community-based reentry that has expanded to many cities.
We never really envisioned moving outside of New England, but God had bigger plans.
Today, our staff has grown to include youth who grew up through the system and found faith through straight-ahead Bible studies. They bring their lived experience and passion to give young people what they themselves so desperately needed at their lowest point.
As people caught the vision, we offered books, training courses, materials, and actually launched a national initiative called Every Youth, Every Facility.
I guess this is the story. God sees and loves each one of these young lives that society has discarded. And God's love always finds a way to make the impossible possible.